All right, I am back with another live interview. This is Jason. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the.
Hi, how are you guys?
And who are you to me?
Brother-in-law, right?
Brother-in-law, I guess
Yeah.
that'd work. I
Yeah.
call her my sister. Yep. All right, so what I'm doing today is I'm doing some Lego interviews. Now,
Okay.
obviously, I didn't prepare you for this, so you had no clue this was coming, but that's what makes it fun.
Okay.
All right, so this is for my YouTube channel.
Okay.
All right, so I got two characters up there. One of them represents me, one of them represents you. I didn't have any short black hair, so I went
No
with the beanie
worries.
instead.
That works. That
Cool.
works.
And I didn't have any plaid shirts, so you got kind of like a cool little vest. Deal?
Deal. That
right.
works.
So what do you think of your character?
Not bad. Not bad.
Not
For
bad?
last minute, yep.
Yeah,
I like
kinda
the
got the little
goatee and
goatee.
everything.
Worked it? What do you think about my character?
Fits you.
Way cooler than your character. I'm just kidding. All right, so I'm going to ask you a few questions about Legos. And we're
Okay.
just talk a little bit and see what happens.
Okay.
All right, so have you ever bought Legos before?
No, I haven't.
No.
No. For my nephew, yeah.
Okay, so you bought Legos
Myself.
for your nephew.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Have you ever played with Legos before?
Not really.
Not really is not a no.
Just with my nephew, yeah.
So you
I
play with
guess.
your nephew.
Yeah.
Okay, so you play with Legos. So go ahead and tell me how that went. Was it fun? Did you enjoy it?
It's pretty interesting.
Pretty interesting. Okay. So obviously I'm passionate about Legos. Go ahead and take a look around the room and take a guess. How many Legos do you think I have?
So probably about 10,000, I'm guessing, plus. Oh crap. Okay, a lot more than 10,000 probably. Yeah, a lot.
Okay, a lot.
Yeah.
All right, I'll accept a lot. Usually I have people, give me a better answer than a lot. But you started with 10,000 and you went to a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one more Lego question for you.
Okay.
What is snot?
Sound like the book.
Like a booger?
Okay.
No, snot. We're talking about Legos.
Okay.
Okay, so SNOT stands for Lego. That is an acronym for Lego that is studs not on top.
Oh, okay.
So they'll have the buttons on the side or on the bottom so you can connect it differently to change the angles of the build. Okay, so obviously I'm passionate about Legos. What are you passionate about?
Cars.
Cars, okay? Tell me a little bit about that.
Just something I've been into since I was a kid. Just
I mean, like Hot Wheels or?
putting them together, even Hot Wheels, model
Okay.
cars,
Model
real cars.
Cars? What's your favorite car?
Has to be a 70 Camaro.
70 Camaro? Okay, mine's a 1967 Corvette Stingray. That's my favorite car.
Nice. Okay, nice.
And I mean, I got a color scheme and everything. I'll never get it, but that's my dream car.
Dream, yeah.
Though I would, like, if I went to a lot, I'd probably buy a Mustang first. So, hypocritical, right? But my favorite car is a 67 Stingray Corvette. All right.
It's a sweet car.
So, anything else you want to share?
I would actually like to get more into Legos. I've thought about it a lot to build like model car ones.
They have them. Oh, matter
Yeah.
of fact, let me show you one of mine, and then you can see if this is something that would pique your interest.
Because I see them all the time and I've thought about getting into them.
So, obviously, I had to step away from the camera to pull out a model car.
Shit.
But we'll go ahead and throw that right there. Back it up. Let everybody else see what do you think about that guy?
That looks sweet. That reminds me of the Batmobile, kind of.
Well, I mean, they've
And
got
Viper, yeah.
they got the Batmobile here. Since we're talking about cars, you're the first person I've actually moved pieces for, so it's kind of interesting. We also got this guy here. What do you think about that guy? I mean, it's maybe not your style, but that's definitely a car, right?
Yeah. See, that's something I could get into, making some unique stuff like that.
So, and Lego, there's some groups that actually built a life-size Bugatti. A life-size, I think it's a Chevy S10 or Chevy something 1500 or something. Life-size that actually drove
Drove and everything.
on Lego motors.
Holy shit.
Like, it was, I think to make it a complete Lego build, they were like 95% Lego. I think one of the cars had just the rubber on the tires. It was rubber.
That's
But-
amazing. Think about
So, I mean, build a life-size vehicle, absolutely. So I mean, maybe there is a little passion for you in Legos. To get into some of the more cool builds. Now these guys here are a little simpler. They still got some pretty cool style. They're semi-realistic. Obviously, you get into some pretty way out stuff. This guy comes from a Ninjago set. But they do have some very realistic cars too that cost about $300-400 to get them, but they're legit, like a Bugatti and a Lamborghini, and like they're straight legit looking cars. All right, so now that I piqued your interest a little more about Legos, do you have any questions for me?
How'd you get into it?
So, I've always been kind of a nerd at heart. And I've always liked Legos, but they were always so expensive to me. Like, to get a set of Legos, I must spend $15. I didn't necessarily have $15 to spare, and I'd get like 140 parts, and I'm like, God, that's not going to satisfy my addiction, because I'm addictive. I got a pretty good job, got some income, found some ways to get Legos at a more economical price, and I get some discounts through work. It just became more affordable. But I've always been into Legos. They were one of the first toys I played with as a kid. And, I mean, you see what they're doing now. They're pretty cool. So,
Yeah.
Right. Got any more questions for me?
Maybe help me get into it later on.
All right. Well, I can always point you in the right direction. All right. You want to do me a favor and tell them to like and subscribe? They can't hear you nod your head.
Oh. Yeah, like and subscribe. This is pretty cool, you guys. Get into it.
All right. And you want to tell them this is awesome.
Yeah, this is awesome because I'm going to get into it now myself.
All right. So thank you, Jason. I appreciate it. And thank you, guys. I will let you go till the next one.